Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock. How are you? If you are on replay crew, watch at 2 times speed. You will not regret it. Because I don't regret telling you. It's the funniest thing ever. Now, with that being said, welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe, the Porty Pin. What we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said, because he did not fucking say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by
yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K. the Great, haha, and I am wonderful. And what we are doing right now is we are on book 2. It's called Jesus. I don't know this guy. I don't know the Jesus. I don't know of who you speak. So, we're on Matthew, the book of Matthew. And Jesus, I don't know that the guy. That would be book 2. We are on only chapter 7. Okay, we are on chapter 7. Still in the Sermon of the Mount. Sermon on the Mount. We're in a different part of the Sermon on the Mount. Towards the end. I should have kept reading yesterday, but chapter 7 is longer than I felt like going. Actually, I could have probably finished it yesterday. But either way it goes, right now, we are on chapter 7. So, if you want to know what chapter 7 says, come this way. I have cigarettes, cannabis, coffee, chair with your name on it, cat beds, and canine space. So bring your animals because I love them. They're so nice. Yes. So, come this way. So, let's look at where we left off yesterday. Oh, yeah. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Yeah, don't know what that means. And nobody ever told me what that meant either. So, I don't know. Maybe Miss Mud Duck will know. She said she doesn't know everything. But in my mind, she knows everything. And in my mind, she knows what that means. I don't know. I'm just assuming things about Miss Muddy. Mostly because I'm trying to speak her into existence to maybe tell me what this means or be like, it don't mean nothing. Because it could mean nothing. I don't know. Did I read this? Mm-mm. I didn't read this. So, chapter 7 here says, judge not, that you be not judged. For what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye? Oh, I shouldn't have took my pills. Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, hey, you got something in your eye? Hey, cousin, so good to see you. Actually, let me put you guys. See, I had music playing, but now it don't play. Okay. That's kind of loud as hell. I guess. Is that music too loud now? We're just gonna have to leave it like that because I want music. Because it makes it better. Yep, okay. It fits. Okay. All right. So, um, so you ask your brother, hey, you got something in your eye, ignoring the shit that's in your eye. Um, you're a hypocrite. First, remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly enough to remove the thing out of your brother's eye. It's the airplane rule. Take care of yourself first. Then you can take care of other people. Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under feet and turn and tear you to pieces. That's why we're all dressed like wolves. We fit in to get in. We don't got to do nothing for these people. We just got to be ourselves. Ask, and it will be given to you. Hold on. Okay. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be opened. See, people take that like they say, oh, I want to find God and I want to know if God's real and God this and blah blah that. Now they're not really doing that because when you're looking for God, he will show himself to you. But if you're just talking to talk, you're never going to see God because you don't really want to. You just want to have shit to complain about. That's all it is. Well, I've been looking for God since 1992. Well, you haven't been looking hard enough, or you've been ignoring, or you're just talking shit. One of those is the answer. It's up to you to decide which excuse you would rather use for your extreme laziness. For everyone who asks receives, And he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be open. What man is there among you, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? I say every time I read this, if we could put it on YouTube, I would totally do it if we could put it on YouTube. Kelso and Supersonic would not be very impressed with me at all if I did that to them. Okay. Or what man? Or if he asks for a fish, will he give him a serpent? If you, then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask? Therefore, whatever you want men to do, therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Is it? I don't know if I got that message from the prophets, but okay. Okay. Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. It's easier to do the wrong thing. It is easy to do the wrong thing. That's why there's so much fucking room to destruction, because it's easy. And there are many who go in by it, because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life. And there are few who find it, because it's hard to do the right thing. If it's easy, it's the wrong thing to do. If it's difficult and it makes you think, it's the right thing to do. Okay. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. We are the exact opposite. We are sheep dressed like wolves. We fit in to get in. We pretend to be tough. Roar. But actually, some of us are some really tough motherfuckers. But we're like male sheep. What do they call those? Rams. Right? Something. Male sheep is like an angry, like a ram or something. A goat. Is a male sheep a goat? I don't know. Maybe I could ask somebody. Maybe goat is different than sheep. I don't know. But anyway, we're sheep dressed like wolves. We're tough. We're tough little sheepers. Okay. Beware of false prophets in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. And a good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown to the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. That's the things they do. At one time, I thought it was children, but this is actual things that they do. You know, bad people can't do good things for no reason. Not everyone who says to me, look, this right here is how I know. And Acts, one of the like Jesus' mom and brothers. Nope. Because he did this exact thing to them. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, and cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Yeah, Jesus is going to tell you in front of everybody he doesn't know you. Like he did to his mother, his egg donor. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on a rock. And then rain descended, the floods came, the winds blew, and beat on the house. It did not fall, for its foundation was firm. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like the foolish man who built his house on the sand, and then boom, it became nothing. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. And it fell. And so it was when Jesus ended these sayings that the people were astonished at his teachings, for he taught them as one having authority, not as the scribes. Okay, cousin, are you still here? How was work? Oh, and that's the end of chapter 7, by the way. Is your mom around? I gotta ask her a question, because Miss Muddy didn't come. She doesn't feel good though, Miss Muddy. She came earlier. Damn it. Damn. I had a question for you. Damn it. Now I don't remember what the question. Oh, there it is, right there. Sufficient. Don't worry about tomorrow. tomorrow will worry about itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. Don't go get her. I'll just ponder on what the hell it means until somebody tells me. Works a lot better. Well, that's good. Is it the same job or a different one? How does the music sound in the background? Like, how does it sound? Okay, it doesn't seem to be messing anything up. It- General Piggy. Okay, it's the same job. Well, listen. The music sounds nice. Okay. See, I'm learning how to do things. So, I learned how to put the music on there. I'm wondering if my oldest son, maybe if he comes down here to Ohio, if he can put some of his music on here and then we can have his music as background music. And then I could just shout him out all the time. What about you, General Piggy? I know you're not sleeping. What do you think of the music? Is it too loud? Because I can't get it any, like, the volume any lower than that. That's the lowest volume it has before 0. But let's hit this joint and then read chapter 8. Okay, yeah, chapter 8's not that long. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, chapter 8. When he had come down from the mountain, the multitudes followed his shiny piles of shit. And behold, a leper came and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean. And then Jesus looked at him all weird and was like, Okay. And he put out his hand and touched him and said, I can do this. And then immediately his leprosy was cleansed. Okay. And then Jesus said to him, see that you tell no one, but go your way. Show yourself to the priest and offer the gift that Moses commanded as a testimony to them. Now, when Jesus entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him, pleading with him, saying, Lord, my servant is lying at home, paralyzed, dreadfully tormented. And Jesus was like, well, I'll come. And the centurion said, no, racism. It's a real thing. And if people know I came to you, it'll make me look really bad because I'd be a sympathizer. But don't bother yourself because I think you could do it from here. Right? You can do it from here. When Jesus heard it, he marveled and said to those that followed, assuredly, listen, I'm telling you, I have not found such great faith, not even in Israel. And I say to you that many will come from the east and the west and will sit down with Abe, Isaac, and Jake in the kingdom of heaven. But the sons of the kingdom will be cast out into outer darkness, where there will be weeping, wailing, and gnashing of teeth. Then Jesus said, go on, dude, it's fine. And his servant was healed at that same hour. Now, when Jesus had came into Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother lying sick with fever. So he touched her, and the fever left her, and she arose and served them. See, I want to know how to be this kind of wife, that I just have no problem doing things. See, she did things. How do you become a woman like that to just do things? Yeah. I'm going to learn to just do things because I do things anyways. Maybe I could do productive things. Okay. And when evening had come, they brought to him many who were demon possessed, and he cast out the spirits with a word and healed all who were sick, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying,
He himself took our infirmities and bore our sicknesses.
bam. And when Jesus saw great multitudes about him, he gave a command to depart to the other side. Then a certain scribe came and said to him, Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go. And Jesus said, Foxes have holes, birds have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. Then another disciple said, hey, I need to go see my dad real quick. I gotta go bury him. And then Jesus was like, no, come on, dead people take care of dead people. It's not that big of a deal. Now, when he got into the boat, his disciples followed, and suddenly a great so they get on the boat, and then a storm starts happening, and it's swaying the ship all over the place, right? And Jesus was down in the he was in the sleeping thing. So Jesus is sleeping while the boat is like all floppy and flying and shit. And the people are freaking out. And Jesus is just, well, he's sleeping. So finally, they go down there and wake him up. And he farts on him and rolls over and goes back to sleep. And then they wake him up again, some more. And then Jesus gets aggravated. And he's like, the fuck, yo? Oh yeah, Jesus isn't cussing this time. What's up, yo? Right? And Jesus like, sup? And they're like, we're all about to die. And Jesus is like, no, you're not. Don't you have any faith? Don't you know who I am? So then Jesus stomps up the stairs, right? And then he tells the wind to shut its fucking mouth because he's trying to sleep. He's like, shut the hell up, I'm trying to sleep. And then he goes back down there and goes to sleep. And everybody was looking like, did he really just tell the wind to shut up? Who is this guy? Right? And when he had come to the other side, to the country of the Gerber baby food, there met him 2 demon-possessed men coming out of the tombs, exceedingly fierce, so that no one could pass by that way. And suddenly they cried out, saying,
what have we to do with you, Jesus, Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the time?
Now, a good way off from there. Okay. I understand in Jew world, pigs are not a thing. You know, well, supposedly not a thing. All right, goodbye, cousin. They're not supposed to be a thing. So, but with the Gentiles, pigs are very, they make a lot of money. Pigs do. So anyways, these 2 guys have a bunch of demons in them. And Jesus is like, what's your name? And they're like,
we are legion. We are many. So listen, like we're not big fans of dying. Dying is not really our favorite thing. So we know you're gonna get rid of us. Like Jesus. But do you think maybe you could cast our souls into the pigs.
So Jesus cast their souls into the pig. Okay. So the demons go into the pigs, and the pigs run off the side of a mountain. Now, there was a couple of people that saw this, so they went and told everyone. And the whole city came to meet Jesus. And when they saw him, they were like, "We appreciate your tour and your wellness clinic. We love it. But you need to go before you die. You will wake up dead if you stay here." So that's what happened in chapter 8. How many minutes are we at? Wait, something is happening. I don't even know. How many minutes is that? Oh, 36 minutes. And chapter 9's not that long. Oh, but chapter 10 is. Okay. Damn it. Okay. So, chapter 9 says, so Jesus getting in the boats. Jesus in these boats. This is going to be another story I can tell really fast, ain't it? Oh, no. Hold on. So he got onto a boat, crossed over, and came to his own city. Then behold, they brought to him a paralytic lying on a bed. And when Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, "Get up and walk, you're fine." And then some of the scribes said within himself, "What the hell? Who is this guy? What is this guy?" And then, but Jesus said, "Why do you think evil in your hearts?" Because really, is it easier to say, "Get up and walk"? Is it easier to say, "Just get up and walk"? Or, "You're forgiven, get up and walk"? Like, what? What would you have preferred, I said, because really he needs to know he's forgiven and now he can walk. Unless you don't believe that. Because, you might not believe that. Okay. But that you may know the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins. Now, when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, who had given such power to men. No, only one man. Men who say this, they have this power are full of shit. What? Oh, right here. As Jesus passed on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax office. And Jesus was like, come on, we got places to be. Stop sitting there. You look stupid. Come on. So Matt got up and followed him. Now it happened as Jesus sat at the table in the house that many tax collectors and sinners. This is us right here. Every weirdo in the party pen. Okay. So these people saw Jesus hanging out with people like us. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said, why? And then Jesus is like, well, because only the sick need a doctor, and I am their doctor. Call me Dr. Jesus. Yeah, Dr. Jesus. But anyway, those who are well have no need of a doctor, but those who are sick need a doctor. Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice, for I did not come to call the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. So the weirdos in the party pen, Jesus came for us because we are awesome. Then the disciples of, man, why does this seem so long? Okay. Then the disciples of John came to him saying, why do we fast and y'all don't? And Jesus is like, well, because we're not sad. We're not missing anything. They're not missing anything. You don't really need to be fasting either. Yeah. We're not sick, but here shortly they will be sad. But that's shortly. That's a little bit from now. Okay? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Because they're not sad. But pretty soon they will be sad. Now, while he spoke these things to them, a ruler came and worshipped him. Bedtime. Yep. A ruler came and worshipped, saying, oh yeah, his daughter came. I mean, his daughter died, supposedly. Right? That his daughter died. But come and lay your hands on her, so she will live. So Jesus arose and followed him. Also did his disciples. And suddenly, a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind and touched the hem of his garment. For she said, if only just could touch it, I'll be well. But Jesus turned around, and when he saw her, he said, don't ever do that again. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. He said, you're fine, go on. And when Jesus came to the ruler's house and saw there were music people, it was noisy, people were crying, Shit was everywhere. He said to them, make room because the girl is not dead. And they ridiculed him. But the crowd was put outside. And he went to the girl and was like, stop sleeping. Get up. Get up. So then she got up. Then Jesus departed from there, and 2 blind men followed him, crying, Son
of David, have mercy. Yeah.
And when he had come into the house, the blind men came to him and was like, do you really think I could do this? And they were like, yes. Then he touched their eyes and he said, okay. And then bam, they could see. But Jesus sternly warned them, telling them, see that no one knows it. But immediately they went and ran their big mouths. And as they went out, they brought to him a man, mute and demon possessed. And when the demon was cast out, the mute spoke, and the multitudes marveled. But the Pharisee said, he casts out demons by the ruler of demons. And then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion, because they were weary and scattered, like sheep with no shepherd. Then he said to the disciples, the harvest truly is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We need to get Nikki in the party pen all together. Yeah, we need to fill up the party pen with people. That's not what Jesus said, but he should say that. Therefore, pray the Lord of the harvest to send laborers into his harvest. Bum, bum, bum. That's the end of that chapter. Yeah. It's a good time. All right, so I'm done for the night. Now I'm going to finish smoking this joint and go to bed. So I want to tell everybody, thank you for watching. I highly appreciate it. I hope you learned a whole bunch of stuff, or didn't learn a whole bunch of stuff. I thought you were, no, I hope that you learned a bunch of stuff hanging out here at the party pen. I love you so much, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give me all the pills. And give me a nice follow. Yeah, it'll be totally great. Anyway, I love you guys. Good night. Bye.